of this meeting. This month you will defend us all, Egypt and Thunder Mountain. The administrator trusts you to complete the objective. That's all, guys. Have a good weekend.
Miss Pauling, do you have a minute to spare?
Sure, Angie. I still have a minute or two before I have to burn the bodies of the team's last mission.
Things have been very quiet these last months. We usually would get about a dozen missions a month, but now we get 4 at most.
Yes, you guys have been sent on less missions. Is there a problem about the payment?
Oh, no. The money is not the problem. It's just that, with all this new free time, the team is searching for new activities since we need to kill time and stay at the ready if anything happens. And since we're getting all this free time, I wanted to pass through you a little project of mine.
Okay, what is your project, Angie?
I wanted your permission to use the servers and computers at the base to develop and host an environment for the team to expend their time on a productive way. With it, they will be able to lose some stress from fighting the blue team.
What will these activities consist on?
Nothing too big. Just activities based on virtual programs that will help release endorphin and dopamine while at the same time helping develop teamwork and creativity. Those might come in during the challenges of the battlefield in extreme survival conditions.
Wow, that sounds incredible, Angie. Even the administrators would be amazed if she could hear you right now. I mean, if she's not already hearing us right now. What is the name of this program you are creating, and how much it would cost to maintain it?
Actually, it's not a program that I developed. The only thing we would need is the servers and computers to host this program.
If it wasn't you who developed it, Angie, who then?
Well, it was originally created by a Swedish man. Nowadays, the program is owned by Microsoft.
Created by a Swedish man and now owned by Microsoft. Angie, don't tell me you are asking me to use the administrator's resources to open a Minecraft server.
When you put it that way.
Angie, you can't be serious.
Miss Pauling, all of the others have agreed that they would like a server. The only problem is that we cannot have access to good servers without compromising the base location.
Can you imagine what the administrator would have if I wasted her time by asking for a Minecraft server?
I know what she's capable of. But this is something that the guys and I would really appreciate to have on our free time. Even more now that we have been getting less missions.
Look. Fine, okay. I'll see what I can do, Angie.
Thank you, Miss Pauling. That's all we ask. I'll not waste any more of your time. Excuse me. All right, fellas, loosen up.
Come on, Angie, what did Miss Pauling say?
Scout, we're all anxious to hear it. Let engineer speak.
We already engineer. What was the answer?
I spoke to Miss Pauling about our request. She said that she'll talk to the administrator.
Good stuff.
He deserves a drink!
Then we have a chance.
If this actually works, the scrumpies are on me when the server comes up.
I can't wait to build my epic castle. I've been dreaming about it since we started talking about it.
I'll explode an entire pillager outpost with a TNT cannon when I kill enough creepers.
I'll have the most OP armor and weapons on the entire server.
Me and Pyro will create the best place to store all the animals we'll need to survive. Plus, I'll be the first one to kill every single mob.
I'll create the best room that the entire server ever seen.
I'll rise a magnificent lab to make experiments on the mobs.
As long as you don't touch any of the mobs me and Pyro gather, I'll not have a problem with it.
I'll make a bucket.
Really, soldier? A bucket?
Yes, my bucket will be the first bucket of the future. I'll create one for each United States of America that I'll build on Minecraft.
I don't know what's more scary. The fact that he said he'll build the USA on the server, or that he said it will be the first of many.
Wait up, fellas. We still need to wait for response from the administrator. I'm as excited as you guys are, but let's keep it within reason.
Come on, Angie, she has to approve it. Why wouldn't she?
Scout, it's not as simple as that. But there's nothing wrong with keeping a little bit of hope, Angie. Keeps the spirit alive.
Since we got that out of the list, does everyone knows today's assignments?
Scout them our sniper and I will go to the store to get some things the team needs. Also, we'll buy the snacks and drinks everyone asked for.
Soldier Pyro, Spy, and I will be defending the base until you guys return from the store.
And I'll be searching for the plugins and guides so we can set the server just in case we get the green light from the administrator. Plus, I'll leave some deployables at the choke point just in case.
Very good. We all have our assignments. The clock is ticking, gentlemen. Let's begin. You sure you don't want us to wait with you, Sniper?
Yeah, around this time is a nightmare to find a good parking place. You guys go ahead. After I get a good place to leave the van, I'll wait by the Burger King at the food court.
Where we going first?
Heavy, you got the list?
What? Heavy wasn't the one supposed to get it.
What?
Heavy!
You didn't bring the
You're
list.
the one that always makes the list.
I'm just joking. Of course Heavy's got it.
You almost gave me a heart attack.
If we forgot soldiers' candies again, I think he would never forgive us.
Last time he got sad the entire weekend.
Don't worry. The day Heavy forgets shopping list is the day I make a bad sandwich.
But we gotta get this time heavy.
We only need to go by the supermarket and restock for this week. After that, we are free.
So it isn't that much, Is it cool if you guys go do that? I wanna check out the game store.
I can handle it. What about you, Dumber?
I'll go with you, Heavy. I want to see what sales they got on the scrumpies and the other drinks.
Scout, if you see Dead Rising on the game store, could you get it for me? I'll cover it when we get back to the base.
Yeah, sure, big man. You want something demo?
No, I'm good. I prefer to finish the one I'm playing now before buying a new game. And Medic will also let me borrow some other games this weekend.
Okay, meet you guys at the food court.
We'll be at the Burger King. We'll wait for you there.
So you are telling me that Stranger Things is a series about a group of nerdy kids that end up fighting a demon from a parallel dimension from theirs? And there is this girl that has psychic powers?
Yes, that refer to Season 1, and without giving spoilers beyond the trailer.
So it is basically the movie, but turned into a PG-13 series and not written by Stephen King. Plus the girl with powers.
I wouldn't compare it 100% to Stephen King's work, but I can see your point.
As long as the kids don't defeat the monster like the kids only in book did it, sure, I'll give it a watch.
I've been looking for someone to watch it with me since Scout gave it a break. Season 4 Part 2 is... Hey, cereal at the left.
Got it!
Season 4 Part 2 is going to premiere in a few weeks. It would be nice to have a buddy to watch it along.
Wasn't Scout your buddy to watch Netflix?
We haven't watched anything together for some time now. You know the pandemic hit him hard. Give him a little bit more time, I know he'll come back.
At least he came with us this time. Even if he still goes on his own way instead of shopping with us.
Give him time, Demo. I know Scout is stronger than himself gives credit for. We'll help him if he asks. He'll be fine.
Found you. Maybe those games are a little too violent for you. Why not try some board games instead, kid? Oh, great. The hell you want? Just figured that this would be the perfect time to use the bragging rights from winning the last cap on Badwater over your sorry-ass last game. Not interested, dude. Why don't you just make like a spy and disappear? Scared you can't do anything without any of your buddies around here to back you up. Even with those idiots, you wouldn't be able to do anything. Don't you dare speak about them, you little... What? What can you do to help them? Nothing. You know you have no help at all to them. You couldn't even defend the payload from your last game. Holding the payload. The point. You can't win against me. Admit it, you're nothing.
You! Let him go or I'll make sure you don't respond this time!
See, even on a simple fight, you need backup. Hope you guys are ready for us when we come for all of you next time. Maybe now you'll put up a challenge.
You lucky Scout!
I thought you and Demo would be at the food court.
Demo went ahead to get us a table and find Sniper. I came to check on you to see if you found the game I asked for. What was he doing here?
Looks like we aren't the only ones having a little bit more free time.
If any of them dares to touch you again like that, I'll smash them like a bug!
We'll get them next time, Big Eye. They'll see. By the way, I found the Dead Rising you asked.
Yes!
But why not buy one of the newer ones? Doesn't it have for games on the franchise so far?
I just wanted to replay the original one. Plus, we don't talk about Dead Rising 4. I'll pay you back at the base.
Call it an even for the help you gave me just now. Also consider it a little bribe to not tell the guys about this fight.
What? Why not tell the others? One word and that Blue Scout will be focused on every opportunity next time we defend the base.
That's what he wants. No way I'm giving anything he wants.
Okay, but that won't stop me from giving a piece of Sasha's mind about coming after one of our own outside of the battlements. You'll feel my giant gun.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll show him heavy. Let's go. Demo must be waiting and Sniper probably will be with him by now. And Heavy.
Scout.
Thanks, Big Guy.
How's everything down the middle point?
All quiet as usual. Another quiet day. And what if I was a blue spy? Would you be able to tell?
That would be easy.
How so?
A blue spy would have tried to stab me already. Besides, I could smell your cheap cigarettes a mile away.
Of course you would know what a cheap cigarette would smell like. Care for a cheap cigarette?
Always.
Do you think we are gonna get it?
Get what?
The Minecraft server. Do you think we're gonna get it?
I don't know. Maybe. Hope so.
What biome you think we're gonna spawn in if we get it?
I just hope we don't get a mesa bomb or a jungle. Those are a pain to clean.
Jungles are not that bad. We might get pandas, parrots, and also cookies. Even a jungle temple, maybe.
The pandas would make it easier to complete the barn, but I think there are better options. Parrots are not as helpful as a cat, wolf, donkey, or horse, and the desert temple is way better for loot.
You just forgot that. If we get a desert temple on the first 20 seconds, we're probably going to kill each other for the loot. We're talking about a Hunger Games scenario.
Scout and Soldier would be the first ones to try to get everything. Demo would team up with Soldier. It would take some skill to beat them both. We would have to go full District 1 to win against them.
Helping Scout to beat them and then betraying him would be good to get the loot.
That would be the best choice.
District 1 all the way.
District 1 all the way.
Pyro, what happened? Soldier did what?
There goes our calm day. Take us to him, Pyro. Oh my god, Soldier really did build a fort. Is he really inside that thing, Pyro? Attention, trespassers! You are about to invade Fort Kickass territory! No girls allowed! Go away before you are exploded!
Soldier, what's all of this Fort Kickass madness? You can't build that thing here.
Of course I can! I claim this territory to the United States of America! It's mine now!
This is a battleground, Soldier. What are you gonna do if the blue team attack? It's not possible to hold that position with only empty boxes.
That's where you are wrong, Spy. I brought Engineer's dispenser inside when no one was looking. I got all the rockets I need to stay here forever.
What about food, water?
Demo will bring me snacks once in a while. I know I can count on him.
Anyone has any ideas on what to do? It will take a few hours till Demo and the other are back to sort this out.
I think I have a plan. If it works, we get Soldier out of there.
Okay, what's your idea?
What's that noise?
I announced the arrival of the Royal Bushmen.
What's this? Explain yourself, Spy.
Soldier, your majesty has heard great tales of your magnificent Fort Kickass. He traveled from very far to bestow his eyes on such construction.
Royalty! I always knew Fort Kickass would get its recognition.
I am the King of Australia!
Are you the one who's responsible for such great architecture and military strategy? What is your name, if I might have it, good sir? I'm Soldier, proud American, fighter of freedom and everything that has stripes and stars. It is a great pleasure to meet you, Sir Soldier. It's always a great honor to visit your beautiful nation. Last time I came to this great land was to have tea and bread with George Washington. What? You had tea and bread with George Washington? Yes, it was a great honor. We discussed all of the plans he had for the future of his country while we drank and ate. Speaking of which, I still have the same bread that was served that day. You have the bread that was served to George Washington? Can I see it? Please, please, please. Gladly, Sir Australian Pyro. Could you show us the bread? Here it is. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Holy Mary, Mother of Joseph!
It's perfect.
That is a great treasure, Sir Soldier. Perhaps too great of a treasure to stay in my hands. This should be protected by a true patriot of your nation. Would you keep it safe if asked to, Sir Soldier? Protect George Washington's own bread! I will die for it if it's necessary!
Soldier, your majesty is giving a great gift. Perhaps you should retribute by giving something of great importance. Something that would help your majesty to protect his country against invaders.
Yes, an equal gift is necessary, but what, Spy?
Something that would help him defend his country. Something that is behind us. Something that starts with Fort and ends with Kickass.
I have an idea, your majesty. Would you accept Fort Kickass as a gift for George Washington's bread? That is a great and generous offer, Sir Soldier. I shall return to my land knowing you will defend George Washington's lunch legacy. I will also take Fort Kickass with me, as offered. Sir Pyro, please hand him George Washington's bread. I need to put this in a safe location, probably in my room.
I'm glad this worked.
Come on, the King of Australia needs a drink after all of this.
expected on this team.
Hey, Doc, weren't you supposed to be with the guys defending the base until Sniper and the others come back from the store?
I was, but then the goddamn blue spy backstabbed me. I swear he will not be so lucky next time. I'll make sure of that. Besides, I could see him disguising as Sniper before waking up at the respawn. I'm sure that the team will be able to spot him right away since Sniper's away with the others. Do we have everything we need if we get a green light from the administrator?
I think I got them all. The API connection is already set. No lag unless someone starts getting a little too creative. We need to keep an eye on Soldier just in case. I made sure to get a good seat on single player so we don't get any problems for resources. I was also able to get some of the plugins the server will need already at the most recent version.
Oh, wunderbar! Great work, engineer. Where will we spawn in?
I'm not ruining the surprise. You and the others will have to wait and see it for yourselves.
Wasn't you the one who told us not to raise our hopes too much? You sound really confident about the green light for the server.
Demo was right about having a little hope. It's good for the spirit. Having this will be great for everyone. I really hope we get it.
Okay, I'll be going back now to see if they got the blue spy.
Okay, see you, Doc.
Calm down. Just a little bit longer and everything will be into place. They don't expect a thing.
I cannot wait.
And neither can I.
Finally back to the base! I still can't believe that an entire day fighting the blue team still leaves me less tired than one shopping trip to the mall. Wish I had your resistance for the travel, Sniper.
On my line of work, you need to be ready to not move for many hours. Resistance is the key. Besides, I like to drive. The only thing that I hate about the travel is finding a good spot to park the van.
I'll be going to my room to play Dead Rising. Both of you are invited to come and play too.
Nah, Heavy. I'll go to sleep for a bit. Thank you for the invite.
What about you, Sniper?
I'll be cleaning my weapons for the rest of the evening. Why not invite Scout? Wasn't he the one that got the game for you at the store? Where is he, anyway?
I already did. He said he's tired. The door will be open if you guys change your minds.
Oh, so you guys are finally back. How is everything, Gummerman? Everything went nicely. We got everything on the list and even a few more things that were discounted. What about the base? Any problems? Nothing we couldn't handle. Soldier tried to build a fort next to one of our points, but nothing that a little help from the Royal Bushman wouldn't fix. A very good idea, Sniper. The Royal what?
I have no idea what you are talking about, spy.
What are you talking about, Sniper? It was your idea to trick Soldier into thinking you were the King of Australia. The King of what?
How could I have done that if I was out with Demo and the other for the supply run?
Supply run? The ones that were supposed to go on the supply run was Demo, Scout, Heavy, and Medic. No, Spy! Medic stayed here and it was Sniper that drove us to the mall. Impossible. The mess.
Oh no.
Spy, don't tell me you were tricked by the big spy.
Spy, how could you forget that Sniper was coming with us? I can understand Soldier or even Para not hearing or remembering correctly. But how can you that uses disguises be tricked like that?
Did you tell him something? Did he ask anything?
No, we didn't have the time to talk about anything like that. Before anything too big was said, Pyro came alerting us about Soldier's little construction. Then gladly we don't have a situation in our hands. Good thing he left without any information. Actually, we have one problem. He left knowing about the Minecraft server plan. He fucking what?
Spy, if Miss Pollen or the administrator here, they will never get the server.
Listen, I'm not losing the server because Spy fucked up. If anyone asks, you didn't talk about anything, got it.
Hello, my friends. Glad to see you are all back already. How was the trip?
Medic, where were you? I didn't see you the entire afternoon.
I'm sorry, Spy. I was backstabbed by the blue spy. After I respawned, I didn't feel too alright, so I gave myself a medical check to be sure it wasn't anything due to a possible respawn failure. Were you able to stop him?
No, I didn't see him or anyone suspicious the entire afternoon.
Great, but we have more important matters to address than that. Engineer asked us to join him at the conference room. It's good to see that everyone is back. Could you inform the others?
We got it, Medic. We'll be right there with the others.
I'll see you all at the conference room.
Remember, not a word to anyone.
It's very cool to see that for an old animation, this video can very much hold up to. Hey Angie, what's up? Did you guys get it? Congrats, when is gonna be running? Okay. You know what? I'm doing a video right now, so please let me know later, okay? Okay, see ya. I wonder what will happen next. Thanks for watching this season, and I hope to see you guys next time. Okay? Bye!